So what's up, guys? Let's talk about what happened today. Today is Friday, and I wasn't too busy. I'd say it's pretty yeah, we had pretty free of a day. We started with our personal training session at 12 today. So I taught somebody, did some personal training at 12, and then after that, yeah, we were supposed to spar at 5 o'clock. But when I showed up to the gym, there was only the other gym that was gonna spar our guys. They only brought like two guys, maybe three guys. So like there wasn't enough sparring for everybody. So I didn't get to spar. We ran 15 minutes outside the boxing gym, and then came inside for several rounds of bags, and then finished up with our accessory work like push-ups, ab work, whatever we need to do that day. But what really caught my attention, and I'm around this daily, by the way, is these Sac State students from Combat U. So I guess we'll get into it now. Combat U is something that's never been done before. So Sac State, um, they're the first ever combat university, not in the nation, but in the world, in the whole world. So I just find it so fascinating how I'm training daily with these Sac State students who more or less are going through what I went through already. So I feel like I have a lot of knowledge to offer both with boxing and in school. I mean, it's just amazing seeing it um, happen all over again right in front of my eyes. Like seeing these guys um, talk about their midterms, their finals, going through all the same struggles that I went through. Except, in the modern generation, a lot of the classes are online. I mean, not all of them. I don't know if even most of them, but I just know a substantial amount is more online. Sac State is a lot less. From what I remember, I feel like the biggest change is like inconvenience wise was like for me the parking situation. That's so much parking at Sac State now, and like it used to be virtually impossible to find a parking spot without waiting for somebody during like the peak hours during classes. Like we used to wait. I don't like this background song. Fast forward. That's chill, I guess. Yeah, back in my day, I'm gonna say that. So I graduated in 2020, but when I was going, at least the first like 3 4 years, I was there for 5 years from 2015 to 2020 when I graduated. COVID, didn't get to walk. But anyway, that's nobody's fault. We used to like give people rides to their car. Like I pulled up next to somebody walking up, knowing that they're gonna go to their car, because literally every parking spot was taken. I would pull up, hey, do you need a ride to your car? I want to take your spot, and like sometimes they'd say yeah, and then that'd be like the only way they would get a parking spot or risk coming super late to class. So, um, yeah, that's probably one of the bigger changes I see for the new generation. I have no idea. The campus has a lot of new things on site. Um, the biggest thing though is obviously the combat university thing. That is like again something that's never been done before. All the other stuff that I was talking about earlier is just the campus in general. But combat university is the first. They made Sac State the first ever combat university. Again, not in the nation, but in the world. So what that means is they have boxing, they have jiu-jitsu, they have wrestling, and then they have Muay Thai. So four disciplines. Um, they're also kind of offering a pathway for these students to both earn scholarships and kind of create a pathway into professional sports so they could actually have a career and whatnot, which is crazy. Like, I know technically there's still there's USA boxing and then there's collegiate boxing. They're both under USA boxing, but I mean if you know anything about amateur boxing, USA boxing is like the real deal, and collegiate boxing is just college students fighting other college students. The USA boxing is like there's some dogs in this bracket. It's like not to discredit collegiate boxing or anyone that's brave enough to get in there and take a punch, because much respect to them for even attempting the sport. But USA boxing is just a different beast. Um, Even with that being said, like I still again super huge respect to anyone doing collegiate boxing, because I just find it fascinating to anyone that can pursue school full time and still try to do boxing on the side. I try to do both full time, barely scrape by. I mean, this is before they had all these awesome things with Combat University. So I feel like now it's a little bit easier just because you have like a big social circle of people, of like-minded individuals that want to pursue both combat sports and education, which is huge. That's something that's again never been done before. I wrote a speech maybe a few months ago, and I did the speech in front of the incoming students that were coming to Combat University, specifically the boxing interested students. And in my speech, I used ChatGPT, by the way. It said that I asked ChatGPT 2 or 3 questions. The first one was, what percentage of the population knows how to what percentage of the population has a college degree? And I think it was like 7 or 8%, something like that. Could be wrong. It's around there. Maybe less. But then I asked what percentage of the population knows how to box or fight proficiently, and it came back with about less than 1%, 1% or less, basically. So then I asked that one more question: what percentage of the population can both box or fight proficiently and has a 4-year college degree? And it came back with 0.007%, so way under 1%. That's crazy. So that means that's the category that I fall under. Oh no, I asked. No, that is what I asked. Yeah, that is what I asked. I didn't even ask it what percentage of the population is a professional boxer and has a 4-year college degree. It's probably even lower. It has to be. Um, but yeah, anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is because Combat University is essentially going to create like hundreds of these. So I don't know if that percentage is going to go up. I mean, it's probably going to go up, but like, obviously it's a very rare breed, someone that knows how to fight and defend themselves and has a 4-year college degree. It's a very low percentage, but Sac State is literally building these people. So just think about a bunch of smart motherfuckers that can whoop your ass. Like, that's just I'm so proud to be like having anything to do with it. Sac State actually sponsored me in my last fight because they're more, I don't want to say I'm the face of Combat U, but they're definitely using me as like, hey, look, this is what you can become, or at least one of the bigger examples. And I love it. Like, it's very motivational. I'm able to train with these guys every day. I'm training with these guys every day, and it's just funny seeing them go through some of the same struggles that I've been through, both in school and in the gym. And I'm just able to offer so much knowledge. I love these guys too. They're all super humble, super cool, tough dudes. Some females too, tough girls. But it's just awesome being able to give back and being part of something bigger than yourself. I feel like I'm definitely doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I believe in God. I talk to him a lot, and I ask him to show me a sign of what I'm supposed to be doing. There was a time when I was like, I don't know if I want to keep boxing no more, because I mean, that time was like only a month or two, like 2 months ago. I was kind of like, is this for me? I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't have to do this. I have my degree. I can go literally right now and apply at one of these school districts and become some kind of, I don't know, some kind of substitute teacher, make close to six figures, if not six figures a year. Um, I'm not sure I would hate it, but I wouldn't. That's not what I want. That's not what I want for myself. I want more than that, and I don't want to be limited to like working for somebody because that freaks me out. And I blame Ray for this one. I blame Ray, my boy Ray. He's in Mexico. He's an electrical engineer, but I blame him because he exposed me to the entrepreneurial life. He exposed me to what it's like to be able to kind of produce value into the world and sell it in order to, pay your bills and make money. So I kind of did that with a few things. Instagram was one. We produced a lot of content, got paid for it. However, that kind of slowed down, so I had to go back to doing teaching boxing classes, personal training. But the biggest thing for me, and what really holds me down for months at a time, is like all the money I make from sponsorships. That's pure entrepreneurship right there. Because, excuse me, and that one right there is how I'm using my career because I'm smarter outside the ring than the typical boxer. I mean, I don't know that for real. I'm just kind of saying that. But I know how to put these things together and sell myself to as many people as possible. And I've gotten pretty good at making the sale. My first time doing it, I made $5,000. Made a whole lot of mistakes. But I made $5,000 in like 5 weeks. So it took me a long time. The second time, I made $5,000 in 2 weeks. So I made the same amount in half the time, or less than half the time. And then I did 2 more times, 2 more fights after that. The next time I made 10,000. 10,000 is crazy for a local fighter. The average local fighter makes I think ChatGPT it's around $1,000. So imagine going through like a 2-3 month camp, spending money on resources, time, gas, energy, and not to mention how hard the freaking workout's in, and then you only get paid $1,000, and not even including all your medical expenses and all the things you have to pay for, you really end up in debt. Like the average fighter starting out doesn't make any money, which is crazy. Oh God, thank you. That's not me. So if the average is $1,000, let's just play on the night. Let's just say for some God-given reason you actually make $1,000 and someone pays for your medicals. That's still $1,000 for all the things you have to go through, and you still gotta pay your team, your cut man, your coaches, anybody else that helped you. So you really for freaking taxes. So you really end up with like maybe $500. $500 best case scenario is crazy. That's just crazy. So if the average person is making $500 to $1,000 per fight locally, guess how much I made my last fight? Didn't turn out the way I wanted to, but we did make $12,000. So yeah, that was and we're getting better. And we're getting better every time. So I think the next one we'll do even more. But I don't know, I'm just so fascinated by the mixture between education and professional boxing. But now also just education and boxing in general mixing together on a mass scale with Sac State really intrigues me. I see what really fascinated me this time, like earlier today after we left the gym. Sometimes some of the guys, some of the girls too, will hang back and just kind of chop it up as they're putting their things away, and like they're having like a civil debate over like, for example, throwing a jab a certain way, or like should you do this maneuver after someone throws this punch, or like how to evade or move or like get out of a certain position. It's just like I find it so amazing how education and boxing, two completely different things, are just mixing into in this building every night. It's just a fascinating seeing how educated these guys are, but they're also doing like hardcore brutal sport of boxing. Like this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Like there's no way. Like that right there shows me that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Now, regardless of like, obviously I still want to have my own successful boxing career, and I am. But the fact that I can give back while I'm doing that is, it's just more power to me, or at least more evidence to me that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I get to chase my own career, I get to inspire the next generation, and I get to serve my city as a role model. Um, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of press behind that gym too. It Flawless Boxing, I feel like, easily is the single most popular boxing gym in Sacramento, again, and the neighboring cities. One of the biggest goals for a coach, who's also the owner of Flawless, um, is to have that gym generate $1 million this year, and I think they could do it. I feel like they've gotten very very close in the previous years. I mean, I have no idea what they make, but like it's a lot of traffic in that gym. It's a very popular gym. Sac State's just pouring money into that gym. I know they are, and then they got all these grants from from like uh the Sacramento school districts, because we go and we teach um youth like boxing. Like we'll teach them after school. It's pretty cool actually. Getting to teach people boxing. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like, I want to go do this, but I mean, once I actually do it, like it's actually very rewarding. I'm actually surprisingly a really good teacher. Surprisingly, like I can make people do like boxing movements are so intricate. Like there's like if you throw the jab, like your chin has to be right here, your hand has to be right here, your this side of the chin has to be right there. Like you have to turn your hand. Like there's so many little pieces, and there's so many pieces that of your body that you have to move together into a perfect alignment, that it's damn near impossible for like a beginner to get right the first day. However, the way that I teach, I can damn near make them, though not perfect jab of obviously, but like a good jab or a good 1-2, a good 1-2-3, for sure a good 1-2 within like an hour. Like you'll have your stance down, you'll have like basic defense down, you have a solid 1-2, and I can teach you all that in an hour, which doesn't sound like a lot maybe, but it is dirty work trying to teach somebody how to box who's never boxed before. Sometimes you get lucky and you have people that are like naturally gifted. Like some people are naturally more fluid than others, so that makes it a little bit easier. But oh my god, when it comes to somebody that's just brick solid and it's just not smooth at all, they got two left feet, whatever you want to call it, like it's really hard to make them move the way that you want them to move. Extremely hard. But I've gotten really good at showing these people how to do these. Excuse me. I've gotten really good at showing people how to do these movements. So the reason I know I'm a good teacher is because when I tell them how to do it, they actually do it. So I'm like, oh damn, like I'm a good teacher. Like they're throwing like a good 1-2, like everything looks crisp, like there's power behind them. Like damn, I'm a good teacher. I'm surprised that I don't like it more. I haven't really. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, Combat U, personal training, my own boxing career. This page is gonna be a lot mainly about boxing. I'm gonna keep throwing updates. I'm gonna try to start doing like topics. So comment down below if there's a certain topic you want me to talk about. Any questions you have about my career or who I am, let me know. Follow, subscribe. Appreciate you.